10 installs. What's on for the rest of the week? What's for
Lots of
installs?
installs this week. Well, hang on to Russ. Let me answer Russ.
Beautiful views.
How nice is that?
And Jake runs the numbers on home staging.
You're looking for a real estate agent to sell your home, it's something that you should consider.
This is Foxy TV.
Hang on a second. I thought I was going to have a go this week.
Go on. This is Foxy TV, episode 56. Let's figure it out.
Pulling it now. 3 in a car, 1 in a truck.
Valuable and adding value for your clients.
It's a little bit of rain around today. Russ, where are you guys heading off to?
We're heading off to Sanctuary install. Which suburb is it again?
Sorry?
What suburb are we going to?
Not enough.
No.
Over near Pabs though, you'll stop up at Pabs.
And what else is on today, you
Couple
know?
of things. Another install straight after that, which is, again, not too sure.
Somewhere.
Caught me on a time when I don't actually know what's going on.
So 2 installs today.
2 installs and 1 pack-up to Savo.
Cool.
2 pack-ups to Savo.
2 packups, Phoebe says.
Hello. Are you? We were supposed to have 2 small unit installs today, and one hadn't had photography booked, so the client rang to see if we could push it, which we could. And in its place, we had another client ask if we could do an install quick turnaround, a nice big 5-bedroom high-end one. So I was in here doing selections, and Jess Nurster and I've just finished them off, and it's going to come up good.
What's on for the rest of the week? What's for
Lots of
installs?
installs this week. Well, hang on to Russ. Let me answer Russ. Yeah, please. Grey or black. And if it could be tall, that would be amazing. Awesome, thanks. Bye.
Yeah, what's on for the rest of the week?
Lots of installs this week. We've got 2 on every day. It's more fitting and pack-ups because we had 2 sell at auction on the weekend, Kent Street and Ferguson. And we already had 6 pack-ups this week, so it's logistically trying to fit everything in without making everybody go crazy. And it's raining. It's supposed to be raining all week. It's still hot.
No rain about this morning, which is nice. Cam, what's happening today, mate?
Big day today, mate. 5 jobs.
5.
3 installs, 2 backups. So I think it's install, pack up, pabs, install, pack up, install.
Wow.
So I'm going to try and hopefully get it done before by about 2 o'clock. So
You've drafted in Jake today.
yeah, call in the backup. So
You didn't want to go for the A team?
nah.
B team.
He's an accountant.
Hi.
What are you up to, Phoebe?
Oh, I'm going to an install with a baby.
Oh, what?
Ali's allowed to go to daycare for the next week, so we're going to take in some artwork and make parent and business owning fun.
As with Monday, the warehouse was a lonely place to be on Tuesday. The team were out and about with installs and pack-ups. Here are a few photos from the installs both Monday and Tuesday, and then we'll move on to Wednesday.
Oh, yeah, that's the way that. My face turned Ali with us today, everyone. We have Ali with us for a whole week. To explain why you have 2 hours at Parklands this morning. So we've got lift for building 3, which is where we're installing, but we've got loading dock for building 6.
The team then headed to Roma Street Parklands for an install, which is always a bit tricky in terms of access. You would have heard Phoebe allude to it in the meeting, but unfortunately with the short notice we could only book loading dock 6 for the truck, whereas the install was a few hundred metres away at loading dock 3.
Russ, what are we waiting on?
Anyway, loading dock access, mate. Don't know what's going on at the moment.
Bit of a hold up, eh?
A bit.
Fortunately, the timing worked out. We got there, the dock that we needed was actually empty, so the team got everything off quite quickly and we didn't have to lug the furniture that 300 metres.
Where are we, Jess, at Roma Street?
We're in Roma Street Parklands.
Hey, I'm doing stories. We're in the elevator. Not a lot of room to move here.
No, just that is
A checkout.
room as we need to.
So in Roma Street Parklands, a unit. We've done quite a few in this building before. 2 bedrooms. And check out this view of the city. And also the parklands. Lovely. How nice is that? How many removalists does it take to sort out a valance?
Quite a few. It's not our area of expertise.
Yes, it is. We've seen you on Foxy TV before.
Steaming beds, mate.
It wasn't me.
Not making beds.
The truck then headed to Red Hill for a pack-up, and after that it was back to the warehouse to unload and reload, ready for Thursday.
Ross, where you been this morning?
Been over at Barden, mate, for a pack up first up, and then straight over to Oxley. We met Janessa for the first install. We're poured with rain. And now we're just got to unload this and then load up for the next install, and then a pack up straight after that.
Busy day.
Busy day.
Thursday afternoon, where we headed?
You and I are on our way to meet the truck, Russ, Cam and Janessa to do a pack-up. We've property that sold quite quickly, and at the install we actually had to go over the fence and took 4 of us to lift some of the big heavy stuff, so we're going to make sure we can get it back out again.
So the truck is here and we're unloading. With a bit of hard access, so we're thinking let's go that way. Last week you wrote a new LinkedIn article. What was this one about?
So being the numbers guy that I am, I thought I'd go back through some of our data. We've done over 500 staging jobs now over the last kind of 3 years, and what I did is I split the data out so we could have a look at, for the agents we do the most work for, so the ones that use staging more often and recommend it more often in their listing presentations, how does the staging result or the sale result go? So long story short, what we found is our top agent, the one that we've done the most work for, who recommends staging to everybody, has that one agent has actually got about a 95% sale success rate. So 95% of the properties we've staged have gone on to sell. Around 100 jobs for that agency now. And then kind of going down to the next 10 agents in terms of volume of work and kind of regularity of work, that percentage, the 95, drops to about, and I'm going to get the number wrong because I don't remember the exact number, but it was about 91%, I want to say. So still quite a good result, but obviously it starts to drop. And then we looked at the rest of the work we've done, which includes a lot of agents we've only ever done one job for. Maybe it's because the client brought us in themselves, so it wasn't actually through the agent, it was from the client. And although again, pretty decent overall result, we're talking about an 86%, I think it was, sale rate. So still good results, but you can tell that by going down in terms of the quantity and regularity of staging that the agent recommends, the sale result gets slightly worse. So I guess what that means is take your own interpretation, but basically I take it to mean that the home staging works, but with a great agent who knows how to use it and recommends it regularly, the impact you can get from home staging is actually better as well. So when you're looking for a real estate agent to sell your home, it's something that you should consider is, do they actually believe in home staging and recommend it regularly?
The lightning has started, So this property sold by Jess Vine in Highgate Hill. Trucks loaded, happy clients. And back to the warehouse. Jake, what's on today?
The boys are off to a pack up this morning and then straight to an install. So getting a few bits on, and then after that, one more pack up. 3 things.
You say the boys, but we're missing one. Russ, where's Cam?
Slept in there.
Oh. Jake, end of February, how'd we go?
So last day in Feb, we're going to end up on 27 installs this month. We're targeting 30, so didn't quite get there, but another solid month and quite a few pack-ups in there, so it felt like quite a busy month again. Next month, March, I think we've got about, I have to double check my numbers again, but somewhere between 12 and 15 I think locked in already. Phoebe ringing to tell me there's another one maybe. So yeah, hopefully we'll get there. Our target for next month will be another 30 months. So. We had a question come in on Instagram from Style With Us Property Styling. They noticed that we often ask a client not to be on site while we're installing due to OH&S. Now the question was how we actually word this, at what point of the process we bring it up with the client, and here is Phoebe's answer.
The reason we do it, there's a couple of reasons. It's so much more stress-free to install without clients there. We come in and we create this chaos, which then becomes beautiful, but it would be so chaotic to see your family home turned upside down like that, especially when you've spent so much time making it to be prepared beautifully. So what point do I suggest it? Generally, I will float the idea at the consult, but then I reiterate it in an email. So we send an email with like a checklist guide for a client before we install. Normally, it's not normally the vacant properties, it's normally the partials that we do, where someone's obviously still living there. So I'll send them a checklist through of things that they need to have happen, things they need, like electricity still needs to be connected, if they can strip their beds, if they can clear off all their bench tops, all those sorts of, that sort of a checklist. And then the way that I word it with somebody is that very carefully and being aware of how they're feeling, because if they're really stressed, we're just going to make them more stressed. So I just say to them, look, my biggest suggestion is that we come in at 9 o'clock in the morning, you head out, go get a bit of brekkie, give us a couple of hours, then you can come home and you can see the end result just as your buyers will. So you can see the impact that we can have, and you don't see the organised chaos that we create before we make it beautiful. And that way you can have a really lovely morning, we take care of everything and it's all stress-free. If there's any questions further from there, that's when I just say, look, it is more of a workplace health and safety issue, especially when we're moving bits and pieces around, especially if there are animals or kids there. But it's more about just gauging how they're feeling about it. That really leads the conversation.
That's it for this week's episode. Thank you for watching. Thanks to Cody for letting me get involved, and we'll see you next week. Hello. Do I get the job?